Homeshare Oxford brings together older people who might need a bit of help to live independently at home with another person who needs affordable accommodation. Both enjoy one another's company. P and Veebs talk about their homeshare experience.
For me, it's just memorable that we spend so much time in the evening together talking.
Yes.
It's nice to come home from work and be able to talk to someone about your day and share experiences. That's a really nice aspect. Oxford's a really expensive place to live, but with Homeshare I'm able to save a lot of my money. So it's nice not to have to worry so much about the money and be able to afford things like train tickets to visit family and friends. Part of the Homeshare agreement is that I do 10 hours of help around the home or companionship, and what that mainly takes form of with P is evening meals. So we'll cook together, we'll tidy up and we'll have the meal.
And that's when we have one chance to really have a good talk and share our experiences of what they've been doing all day. I appreciate that very much.
There are lots of little day-to-day difficulties when you're over 90 to do with computers and telephones and gas bills and the lawnmower not working that either I would have had to deal with or then somebody else, a neighbour or something, and just having someone in the house who can deal with those little things is really helpful to us as well as to Mum.
I help P with her iPad, showing her how to use the internet, how to Google what the weather will be like locally, things like ordering things online, just generally looking up bits of information that we're both curious about that come up when we're talking.
My main problem is the fact that I'm very deaf and I find it very, very difficult with the telephone. When it rings, I answer it, but a lot of the time I cannot hear who it is. And if Veebs is here, I can just hand it to her. But otherwise, there's long pauses. I keep asking them questions, how I know them and all that. Having a homeshare person is ideal for that.
I can really understand that if you've lived alone for a number of years and you feel like you're managing perfectly well, it's going to be difficult to have somebody coming and living with you. You do feel very worried about your elderly parents living alone. So I can see that it's not going to always be easy, and I had to be quite persuasive with Mum to bring her to the idea of having a sharer. But actually it has worked really well.
I have to admit that it was more difficult than I expected, and it took quite a long time for us to get to know each other. Longer time than I had thought it would, but if you gradually stick with it, it comes right, and then it's a great relationship. And we now are good friends.
It's been really lovely learning about your family history. I've really enjoyed that part of Homeshare because it's brought Oxford to life a little bit more for me, because I can imagine things that you've done as a child and all the things going back to Yorkshire and where your family originate from. It's just so lovely to have this family history in my head of people who don't necessarily are related to me, but they're brought to life in my head via your memories.
In some time in the future, this year, I'm supposed to be going to write my memoirs, and I have very vaguely started writing a few notes. By talking to Veebs, it's beginning to come together in my mind. Yeah. So one of these days I might send you a draft.
I've noticed that having someone just to share meals with and not be alone all the time has really made my mum happier and made her life better.
All of our matches at Homeshare are of course individual, and each arrangement will be slightly different. To find out more about Homeshare Oxford, please do get in touch. We'd love to hear from you.